Namo Tassa. I'm just going to make another short ones on love and true love, because it has been again a conversation lately with some people. That very big, important topic for many people about love in life and true love. There will be always many ways to try to describe what is true love and the difference between what most people consider love versus true love. And I would often refer to Osho, who puts it also in different ways at different times, but pretty good way to explain it too. But this time in the conversation, again, it was about the basic difference that if you seek love, that means you don't really have it inside you already, and you are not just fulfilled already, happy, balanced, at peace in your mind, and already complete and content alone, then you are not love, you don't have it really in you, so you're not ready to give that real love. And that's why you seek it in another person. And it's almost like a demand or a begging. And that's the wrong idea. And again, the idea of, I want this person to make me happy, to make me feel like this or like this. That's totally the wrong meaning. And it shows what the classic idea of love is, but it's not true love at all. True love is definitely connected to that idea of having reached already a very high level of maturity in the mind, in a sense that you are very happy, content yourself, alone, and you never feel lonely, and you just have that love ready to be given to another person, and also without expecting anything in return. Again, that idea of true love usually is associated with two words. True love is unconditional and universal. And yes, in that sense, that's the right definition, because you have to become selfless with the idea of true love. So it's unconditional in that sense, because it's ready to be given to anyone, and universal in that sense, for all beings, for everyone. So again, if you have the person who wants to be special to you, then that person is not ready to have a true love relationship with you. You can have a partner with whom you have a lot of connection in different ways, same values, same goals in life, same everything. And that's the point. That's the right partner. But the idea of true love is not exclusive like that. It's not have true love for me, or for me only, I'm your special one. Then you are totally at the opposite of true love. You are just exactly in the idea of regular love. So true love is really unconditional and universal that way. And maybe I will make another video like that, but as I mentioned before, it has also, I give very often the example of animals. And I posted lately the short video of Jane Goodall, who was saying that maybe the best animal could be the dog. And yes, you can see the dogs actually as animals. In one way, they represent quite well the idea of true love, because they will, be always in the given most of the time, in giving you that, and they want to be there for you all the time, and they will be happy to see you every time. I mean, unless they get abused and traumatized, of course, it's another thing, but at the same time, and still they will forgive you also in many ways. Even if you do bad things to them, actually, they will kind of forget and forgive easily. And they are always ready to give that proper attention, unconditional attention. So most humans are not actually really able to do that, because it's most of the time a very selfish, self-interested way to look at things in a relationship with another person or others. And that is the wrong idea of love, of course. The regular one, but the wrong one. And that's why most of the time your relationship won't go well. Of course, you will fall for someone at some point and you will believe in love that way, but again, check after 3 years, 5 years or more. Where are you at? Is it very happy relationship still, very peaceful? Does it flows nicely and smoothly? If it doesn't, it's not true love, of course. It was the regular idea of love, where two persons, still insecure and not very complete and content, want to find somebody else to make them feel a certain way or feel good about themselves, to fill up some lacks or some gaps in them. But of course, because it comes from a needy, self-centered intention originally, which is the opposite of true love, then of course things will show up over time. There will be the nice period at the beginning where things will be fun and happy, supposedly, and all that, but after a while, as we always say, the truth comes up anyway. What lays really deep down will come up to the surface, as far as personalities goes. So that is again a little touch on the difference between regular love and true love. Again, it's very easy to express it in a sense that you have true love only when you know how to be selfless, to be content yourself, to be alone without feeling lonely, without needing or missing anything. And then you have it inside you, ready to give, just to give, without expecting anything in return. But regular love is the love where you expect things from the other person to make you feel a certain way, or basically to cover your insecurity and make you feel happy. But that is, of course, the wrong approach, which will show anyway at some point over time in the relationship. And I'm not going into the very wrong, ignorant, way that some people express it, that says, well, if it's just going too smoothly and too flowing, then there's something wrong about it. Or fighting is just part of a relationship. It's normal to fight in a healthy relationship. No, that's not healthy relationship, of course, because the people are not healthy themselves. And that's why it shows up anyway at some point like that. But again, those people have the issues that they cannot admit, that they are in denial of, so that's why they try to justify, as usual, their shortcomings and their issues, which they try to transfer on another person. Anyway, simple like that. Compared to the Dhamma, to go a little bit deeper for those who know the proper Dhamma and Pali words, as usual, most humans, they are so much about the self, the ego, pride, conceit. So they exist by what we call the kilesa, the mind defilement, of moha, the delusion, the general delusion, and then lobha and dosa, the greed, the passion, the jealousy, the envy, the self-interest, and the dosa, which is the hatred or the really bad jealousy, wishing bad, ill will for others, like that, grudge. And that's most humans anyway, to a certain degree. Those are in different degrees in different individuals. And then true love is when you have a mind at peace with a lot of awareness and maturity and wisdom that is mainly filled with what we call the 4 Brahma Viharas, the 4 highest qualities or emotions that the mind can have, which is metta, loving kindness, karuna, compassion, mudita, sympathetic joy, exactly being happy for making or seeing others happy, and upekkha, the equanimity, not being emotionally involved with things, like the uncontrolled emotions that people have as uncontrolled reactions, conditioned reflex. And that other side, and the true love again, becomes like attachment, right? It's a relationship of attachment and dependency, which is wrong. Only when you can be detached emotionally, but because you have love and balance within yourself and you are ready to just pour that and give that to another person, that is true love. And it comes from selflessness. If you are selfless, you don't have those emotional attachment in that sense, but you're ready to give just the good. The other side is being very emotional, insecure, immature, and so you are looking for attachment and dependency and possessivity and all that, and control, and I want this and I expect this from you, and that is wrong, of course, as it shows every time with time, but that's the regular idea of love. So again, I hope this will help a little bit to grasp more the idea and the difference between regular love and true love.